explain something to you, all right? I don't live to eat. I eat to live. Think of how powerful I just came.
Okay, y'all done came back to the bando. I'm so grateful that you did. Because I know that first video was so long.
Why? Why would tell me? Tell me.
And I do apologize. I try to add bookmarks to it to help out. I know that didn't do much help, but I promise this one won't be as long. I actually have some good news. I'm working on Enoki mushrooms today.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
Oh, gross.
See, I try not to cut close to the ends, just kind of so they can stick together and we can kind of like form that wing. And then also, you probably could leave these on, but I cut them off because just for aesthetics purpose. It looks better.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, this is my fruit and vegetable wash. It's key limes and sea salt. I wash everything with it. It gets everything clean. So now I'm gonna take my cut up, my trim Enoki mushrooms. I'm gonna separate these mushrooms in like inch bunches, if that makes sense. I didn't know how else to say that. So like I guess about that much is pretty good. Let's throw that in the water, get that cleaned up. Like this was already broken off, so that worked out. Just grabbing like just an inch. A little more came off now. Okay. And if you tear a little, you know, like smaller or bigger, you can kind of with the batter kind of combine the smaller ones. So it's not a big deal. As long as it tastes good, that's my biggest concern. Is that it has the taste. So that's done. And now I'm just gonna toss them around in the water. And mushrooms actually retain a lot of water. We're gonna make sure that we wring all this water out. And you can do that. You can do this with a cheesecloth, or you can do this like with your hands. I'm not sure if you are seeing how much water is actually retained in this. It's a lot. Okay, so now that our mushrooms are all clean, I'm gonna grab this bowl, and it's gonna be my seasoning bowl. I'm gonna throw these mushrooms in this bowl. And then I'll add my seasonings, and then I'll come back and make my batter, and then we'll throw them in the air fryer, and I'll be back. Okay, so now that we have our mushroom seasoned, it's time for our batter. This is my dry batter, by the way. I take 1.5 cups spelt flour and a 1/2 cup of chickpea flour. And that should be enough dry batter for 2 packages. So if you have 4 packages, you just double the measurement. But this is going to be our dry batter, and now we're going to work on the wet batter. So for the wet batter, I'll take a 1/4 cup. This is a 1/2 cup that I'm using, but you need a 1/4 cup when you do it. I'll take a 1/4 cup of that. And then I don't measure the water, but probably I would say like a cup of water. And then what you would do next is season both. So when I kind of stir it up, it will get a little thicker. And some people put vinegar and wet batter kind of for like a buttermilk effect. I don't really use vinegar. We're gonna try it without. So this is our wet batter. And if it's lumpy, that's alright. Okay, so that's how that looks. I have a close-up in there. I added my seasonings, so you just want to stir this up, get this even. And I do have all the fancy gadgets like the tongs and all that, but I'm trying to get this done. So I'm going to be using my hands, and this set is only for me, so it's not a big deal. To me it is. So we're gonna dip. See what the key is, I kind of take my left hand for the wet batter, my right hand for the dry batter, if that makes sense. Then we either plate. So I'm gonna use my left hand for the wet batter, my right hand for the dry batter. So we're gonna dip. You're gonna dip. Then we come over here to the dry. And you can actually do more than one at a time. Okay, so that one's pretty good. And then go to the next. See, I almost slipped up. Almost took that hand today. Okay, so we're gonna get this coated. Pretty even. See, I'm almost doing it again. Okay. All right, we're gonna try to switch it up. I'm gonna try to do 2. Look what I did. See, seasonings really just make everything hit. Really, anything. Whether you're making a pork chop.
Lips that touch swine will never touch mine. Girl, because I feel so divine.
You don't want nobody saying that food tastes bad. You don't want that. You know, people just give vegan food like one good chance. If they had one vegan meal that wasn't that good, they'd be like, oh nah, I don't do that vegan food. I don't do that organic. All it takes is one bad experience. Alright, so we done. Yeah, see how quick that was? You can make this. Okay, so now that we have our mushrooms all battered up, it's time to fry them. I'm probably gonna do 1 set of shots with the air fryer, and I'm probably gonna make the second package in a frying pan, so you can kind of see both. But for right now, I'm gonna use this air fryer. So it's plugged in. You're gonna need what I like to use is parchment paper. I don't really use aluminum foil because the metals get in food when you cook it. What I like to do is kind of fold it up and just fit it in there. It doesn't have to fit in there all the way. Just as good as it can. Because I know it's a non-stick surface. And then, you know, that's not really good for you, the Teflon. But, hey. But what I like to use is these avocado oil sprays. And I get these from, I know all these have them, I think, but these are from Whole Foods. I coat the bottom. You're gonna take your mushrooms and line them up in this air fryer tray. I guess that's what it's called. They said that's fine. And then you want to coat the top. Whoa. And I kind of do it so it looks like that. And then I put it in here. I know that the temperature is probably different on some, but I set mine to 350 temperature, and then I do like 15 minutes, and then I kind of take it at the 10-minute mark. And if it's not, I take it at the 10-minute mark and see if it needs to cook some more. And then after the 15 minutes, I flip them and then spray that side. Okay, so this should be enough. Yeah, that looks about right. It's not as like golden brown as I usually get it. And that's just because I didn't put much seasoning on this, because I plan to put a sauce on it. That's how